જરદો સાહેબ સાહેબ સાંભળતા નથી.
હા સાહેબનું ધ્યાન નથી.
સાહેબ અનમ્યુટ કરો. સ્પેક્ટેટર જોવા આવ્યા છે. તમે આ ઝૂમ પ્લેટફોર્મ નહીં પેલું પ્લેટફોર્મ ચેક કરો બાપુ, વર્ચ્યુઅલ.
મને કહો છો?
હા તમને કહું છું.
એટલે વર્ચ્યુઅલ એટલે
તમને પેલું લોગિન નથી, યુઝર નેમ પાસવર્ડ મોકલ્યા. આ તો ઝૂમ જેવું
આપણે વાત કરતા હું જ્યાં જોઈન્ટ થાઉં છું મીટિંગ છે ને પેલી અમારી મીટિંગ
એટલે ઝૂમ જેવું ઝૂમ છે, સમજો. આમાં કઈ ફરક નથી પડતો.
હા તો પણ એ મારે ઝૂમમાં જઈને જ કરવું પડશે ને?
ના, આમાંથી એક્ઝિટ થઈ જાઓ અને મેં તમને એક લિંક મોકલી છે apa.eventprime.in કરીને જો.
એટલે એ ડાયરેક્ટલી એના ઉપર ક્લિક કરું તો થઈ જાય.
અને એમાં યુઝર નેમ પાસવર્ડ નાખીને લોગિન થાવ અને પ્રોગ્રામ ચાલુ થાય બસ 5 મિનિટ પછી તમે જુઓ. હા, આ તો ઝૂમ જેવું ઝૂમ છે, આમાં કંઈ નવું નથી.
ઓકે.
એ કોણ હાજર છે? ઋષિલ દીપક કોણ છે? હલો, ઋષિલ દીપક કોણ હાજર છે? હેમાલીબેન? ઋષિલ સાંભળ, જો સાંભળ, હું બોલું કે જરદોસ સાહેબ બોલે ત્યારે આ ગ્રીડ વ્યૂ રહેવો જોઈએ, બધા જ લોકો સ્ક્રીન પર દેખાવા જોઈએ, કારણ કે આપણે બધા પ્રેસિડેન્ટ ને સેક્રેટરી બધાને બોલાયા છે. ખાલી પેલા લેલે સાહેબ બોલવાનું શરૂ કરે ત્યારે સાહેબનું સ્ક્રીન દેખાય અને પેલા સાહેબની મેઇન સાહેબની ટોક શરૂ થાય ત્યારે એક સિંગલ સ્ક્રીન, બાકી બધા પર બધા રાખી દે. શું થાય, બધા મહાનુભાવોને બોલાયા છે, આપણે એને કઈ એને બતાવી શકીએ. અને હવે ભાઈ આપણે પેલા વિડીયો રેકોર્ડ કર્યા છે ધીરેન, એ બધા બતાવી દેવા છે અત્યારે બીજા બધાના આપણા સિવાયના.
બતાવી દો.
ઋષિલ તૈયારી રાખજે.
4 અલગ અલગ મૂકેલા છે.
હા, એ તૈયારી રાખજે.
નેક્સ્ટ કરીને આવે છે પ્લેટફોર્મમાં.
પહેલો કોનો છે મને કહી દે.
તમે જે પેલું વોટ્સએપમાં લખ્યું હતું ને એ પ્રમાણે.
પરફેક્ટ, ડન. ચાલ ધીરેન, આપણે પેલા જે વિડીયો રેકોર્ડ કર્યા છે લોકો પાસે અત્યારે મૂકી દઈએ છે, બરાબર?
હા મૂકી દો, હો શરૂઆત કરી દો. અને
એ છે ને 4 અલગ અલગ આવશે.
શું ભાઈ?
એટલે 4 અલગ અલગ મૂક્યા છે, નેક્સ્ટ પ્રીવિયસ થી અલગ અલગ દેખાશે.
હા, એટલે જો આપણે એક સેકન્ડ, હા બસ, તારે હું તને કહીશ, તારે દેવેન્દ્ર પટેલ સાહેબથી ટૂંકમાં ચાલુ કરવાનું, મેં તને કીધું છે એ પ્રમાણે.
એમને એટલે શેર કરવાના છે વિડીયો સર?
યસ, આ કરવાના છે.
હું લઈ લઉં.
મેં કીધું છે ને ચાર આજે બતાવવાના છે.
ના, એટલે હું એ સિસ્ટમમાં લઈ લઉં, કારણ કે શેરિંગ ની સિસ્ટમ અહીંયા અલગ.
લઈ લે ટૂંકમાં 4 વિડીયો કરવાના શેર. ધીરેન, આ 4 વિડીયો પતે પછી લેલે સાહેબનું ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન, લેલે સાહેબની ટોક.
અચ્છા.
પછી હું જરદોસ સાહેબ વિશે 2 શબ્દ બોલીશ અને મિશ્રા સાહેબનું જરદોસ સાહેબ ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન આપે અને પછી ટોટલ હું ટાર્ગેટ રાખીએ 15 મિનિટમાં બધું પતાવી દઈએ. પેલા સાહેબને 45 મિનિટ આપીએ.
અને લેલે સાહેબ હજી નથી આવ્યા?
આવશે, બધું જોઈન થઈ જશે. બધા કીધું તો છે આપણે.
આ વિડીયો પછી તરત જ એમનું ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન આપવું છે ને, આ વિડીયો કમ્પ્લીટ થાય એટલે?
હા.
ના, હા, હું તને કહીશ એટલે તારે આપવાનું.
ઓકે ફાઇન.
હું સાહેબને ફોન કરી લઉં.
હા.
જરદો સાહેબ, તમે બિસ્રા સાહેબને ફોન કરી લેશો?
યસ સર, હું કરી દઉં છું.
કરી લો.
સાહેબ આવીને ગયા,
જોઈન થયા હતા પણ આવીને ગયા, પાછા નીકળી ગયા.
કોણ
આવીને પછી નીકળી ગયા પાછા.
વિશ્વાસ સાહેબ.
પ્રકાશ સાહેબ.
હા, તો લેલે સાહેબને કહી દઉં ને.
હા,
આમ તો હજી
ઘણી વાર છે, 7-8 મિનિટની વાર છે, તો એવી રીતે.
હા, 9 મિનિટ છે, રાહ જોઈએ. ચલો, લેટ્સ વેઇટ. લેટ્સ વેઇટ.
થઈ ગઈ હતી,
લેટ્સ વેઇટ.
શું કન્યાસભાઈ, આજનો પ્રોગ્રામ જબરજસ્ત.
અરે જોરદાર સાહેબ.
ભાઈ ધીરેન્દ્રભાઈ,
થેન્ક યુ સર, થેન્ક યુ.
હા,
બહુ ફાઇન, પ્લાનિંગ બહુ ફાઇન છે તમારું, મેનેજમેન્ટ ને બધું.
તમે પણ સાહેબ જોરદાર મહેનત કરીને કેટલું બધી વસ્તુ બનાવી.
બહુ વસ્તુ બનાવી,
તો બધા ખુશ થઈ ગયા કે આ ડેમો કરવા માટે બનાવવું તો પડે ને, મહેનત તો કરવી પડે ને. કે
સાહેબ 2 દિવસ ટિફિન મંગાવ્યું છે.
સાહેબ મિત્રોનો પ્રેમ એને કહેવાય ને સાહેબ. તો પછી તમે કેટલી મહેનત કરી સાહેબ, મને ખબર છે. આ લોકો બધા જોયું ને. અને સાહેબ ઋષિનો સાંજે ફોન હતો, 250 વ્યુઅર તો યુટ્યુબ પર હતા સાહેબ.
વાહ.
અને આપણા ડેલિગેટ જેટલા જોયું એ જુદું. યાર ઋષિ, આ લોચો પાછા 78 વાળામાં સ્પાઉસ રજીસ્ટ્રેશન ગણાયા છે ને તારા? નહીં ગણાયા હોય.
હું તમને જોઈને કહીશ.
હા, સમજી ગયો.
હા,
હવે બી આપણે એવું રાખીએ છીએ કે કાલે સવારે 11 વાગ્યા સુધીમાં જેટલા લોકો લોગિન થશે એને સર્ટિફિકેટ આપીશું.
ઓકે,
બરાબર છે. એટલીસ્ટ એને 2 દિવસ થોડો પ્રોગ્રામ જોયો, અત્યારે આવશે એને પણ ગણી જ લઈએ છીએ આપણે CME-માં. થોડો પ્રોગ્રામ જેને જોયો એને લાભ આપણે દેવો.
ઓકે,
બરાબર છે ને?
બરાબર છે.
દરબાર સાહેબ સાથે વાત કરી લઈશું આપણે આમ તો હવે અને કાંઈક એ લોકો કદાચ પ્રેઝન્સ માગશે તો પછી આપણે ડિટેલ સબમિટ કરીશું કે ભાઈ આને આવું લોગિન ડિટેલ માગશે તો જોઈ લેશે બરાબર.
ઓકે.
અનુ
અત્યારે બધા ફેમિલી મેમ્બરને બી મોકલજો ડિટેલ સાહેબ. આ લોગિન વાંધો નથી, બધા ખુશ થવાય એવું લેક્ચર છે. બધે તમે તાર મૂકી દેજો, વાંધો નથી.
એમપીએસ ગ્રુપમાં મેં મોકલી આપ્યું બધાને જ.
બસ બધાને મોકલી જ દો સાહેબ, દબાટી બોલાવો. ફોટા છે ને બધા ગૂગલ તમને લિંક શેર કરી છે અમુકમાં, ફોટા બધા પડ્યા છે. હવે એનો વહીવટ કાલે કરીએ છીએ કે એને ફેસબુક કેવી રીતે ચડાવે એ હોમવર્ક પછી કરીએ છીએ કાલના દિવસમાં.
શું કરવાનું?
પેલો વિડીયો નથી મૂક્યો કેમ? આ એકેડેમિક
મને હવે
નથી મૂક્યો ને?
આની પર કરવાનું.
તેનો સાહેબ
એકેડેમિક નો વિડીયો નથી મૂક્યો ને?
આવશે સાહેબ, એ પત્યા પછી લેક્ચર વાઇઝ એડિટ કરીને મૂકીશું સાહેબ.
ઓકે સરસ.
બધા લેક્ચર પતી જાય ને
હા હા હા.
પછી આપણે બધા લેક્ચર વાઇઝ બધું એડિટ કરીને મૂકીશું. કારણ કે આજે સાહેબ મૂકું તો રજીસ્ટ્રેશનનો શું ફાયદો રહે મને?
હા હા હા.
આ તો સ્પાઉસમાં તો પછી પેલું એક લિંકમાં થોડીક ગડબડ, અમારે કોમ્યુનિકેશનમાં ગડબડ થઈ ગઈ હતી, અમારી ઇન્ટરનલ કોમ્યુનિકેશનમાં.
હા હા.
એટલે પછી અમે જનરલ ઓપન કરી દીધું. ભલે એમાં ફાયદો છે, જેટલા લોકો જોવે એમાં કંઈ વાંધો છે નહીં આપણને, સારી વસ્તુ જ છે એમ.
જરદો સાહેબ પણ તમારા વાઈફે તો બહુ મજા કરાવી બધાને.
હા.
બહુ મજા કરાવી બધાને.
એને ગમે છે, એનો ફેવરિટ સબ્જેક્ટ છે, આ છે રંગોળી છે.
રાઈટ રાઈટ.
ક્યાં કરે?
પત્નીની એક સારી હોબી જોઈએ છે, વચ્ચેમાં પતિ ઓક્યુપાય રહે.
સપોર્ટ આપવો જ પડે.
આપો સર, તમે પૂરો સપોર્ટ આપ્યો. મને ખબર છે તમે મોબાઈલ લઈને શૂટિંગ તમે જ કર્યું છે. મને ખબર તમારો ભય જોરદાર સપોર્ટ છે. આઈ એપ્રિશિએટ છે તમારો. સરસ સપોર્ટ છે સાહેબ.
ના આપણો સપોર્ટ હોય ને તો જ્યાંક વધારે ખીલે, વધારે ફાયદો.
ના સાચી વાત છે સાહેબ, બિલકુલ. અને કનેક્શન સાહેબ હોય ને એટલે રીચ આઉટ વધે સાહેબ હંમેશા.
ને બીજા બધા ફોટોગ્રાફર હોય ને એને ખબર નહીં હોય ક્યાં ફોકસ કરવાનું છે તે. આપણે એક્ઝેક્ટ વસ્તુ સમજાવી શકીએ કે આ વસ્તુ પર આપણે કરીએ ને તો વધારે ફાયદો થાય.
આમે MBBS ડિગ્રી વાળા ફોટોગ્રાફરનો ફરક તો પડે ને. પણ હાલું એવું આ લાગે વર્ચ્યુઅલ કોન્ફરન્સ, બાકી આપણો ટાઈમ ઓક્યુપન્સી તો કોન્ફરન્સ જેટલી જ રહી છે, ખાલી ઘરની બહાર કોક નહીં મૂકે એટલો જ છે.
હા એવું જ છે.
અને મેં તો વિચાર્યું એટલે ડેટ ઓવરલેપ થઈ ગઈ એટલે મેં તો સવારે કેમ્પ રાખે એટલે હું તો 7:45 દવાખાને હતો સવારે. અરે વળી ધ્યાન નતું રહ્યું મારું તો. જે પહેલા નક્કી થઈ ગયું હતું, બધું પેશન્ટ રજીસ્ટર થઈ ગયા હતા, એટલે આજે સવારમાં 7:45 દવાખાને હતો. ટાઈટ ચાલે એવું છે. હવે સાહેબને ફોન કરીએ. આઈ થિંક હવે સાહેબને ફોન લીલે સાહેબને કરીએ.
5 મિનિટ બાકી છે, કરો.
અચ્છા મિશ્રા સાહેબ આવ્યા.
સાહેબ આવ્યા.
वेलकम सर.
2 मिनट में आ रहे हैं।
વેલકમ.
आराम से सर, ठीक है सर, ठीक है, आराम से सर, है हमारे पास टाइम सर.
ठीक है।
ના વેદ પ્રકાશ ઇઝ વેરી મચ પંક્ચ્યુઅલ.
ના આ પેલા સાહેબ બી આવી ગયા.
આવી ગયા છે.
અભયભાઈ તમે આ દેવેન્દ્રભાઈને ફોન કરો ને.
હા
હું ગઢવી સાહેબને કરું. वेलकम ले सर। सर आपका आवाज बंद है सर।
अनम्यूट।
Yes,
यस,
sir.
अनम्यूट।
हेलो।
वेलकम सर।
यस भाई, गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
सर आप जरदोस साहब को तो जानते हैं, तो सर डजंट रिक्वायर्ड एनी इंट्रोडक्शन।
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली।
सर हमारे साथ है डॉक्टर अभय दीक्षित सर है। सर अभी फेडरेशन ऑफ फैमिली फिजिशियंस ऑफ इंडिया के प्रेसिडेंट, अभी जस्ट इज बी नॉमिनेटेड एज प्रेसिडेंट।
ओके।
और हमारे गुजरात स्टेट फैमिली फिजिशियन फोरम के भी सर प्रेसिडेंट हैं। एंड डॉक्टर धीरेन्द्र साणंदिया मेरे साथ हैं। सर ही इज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ अवर लोकल अहमदाबाद फैमिली फिजिशियन चैप्टर।
ओके, ग्रेट।
और मैं डॉक्टर प्रज्ञेश सर, मैं जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी हूँ एफएफपीआई इंडिया का, और अहमदाबाद का और गुजरात का सेक्रेटरी हूँ सर मैं। और आई एम, और मैं और डॉक्टर अभय दीक्षित साहब आईएमए अहमदाबाद के पास प्रेसिडेंट हैं।
करेक्ट करेक्ट, ग्रेट।
और मिश्रा साहब को तो सब जानते हैं।
यस, एब्सोल्युटली।
रुशिल, इन 2 minutes we like to go live.
Yes, sir.
Agnes is all rounder. Is the key person of FFPI, FPI, GSFPF, FPI, બધે જ.
ग्रेट ग्रेट।
He is a very active and very nice person.
आई नो, ग्रेट फीलिंग।
सर ये पूरा 2 दिन का इवेंट है, हमने किया है, आज दोपहर से चालू किया है सर।
हाँ।
और आज आधे दिन का सेशन था। वी गॉट अराउंड 200+ रजिस्ट्रेशन।
ओके, ग्रेट।
और पैरेलल हमने स्पाउस के लिए दूसरे, ये पूरा वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म पे सर, वॉकिंग वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म जो होता है उस पर है पूरा प्रोग्राम।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
और आज हमने आधा दिन का स्पाउस के लिए भी वेरियस लेक्चर्स अलग अलग टॉपिक्स पे हमने रखे थे आज।
ओके।
और कल भी ये लंच तक कंटिन्यू रहेगा, कल सुबह 9 बजे से कंटिन्यू रहेगा।
या।
एंड वी हैव गॉट रजिस्ट्रेशन अक्रॉस इंडिया।
I know, I can feel that because
Yes.
this is very important. In Bombay also, we always
Yes.
consider this is a very prime for GPs. Basically, I would call it.
राइट सर। तो अच्छा है ना, वी आर यू ऑल आर सेलिंग इन द सेम बोट, तो अच्छा है ना। वी वांट लीडर्स लाइक यू सर।
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
रुशिल,
ભાઈ અમે ત્યાં હિટકોન કોન્ફરન્સ કરીએ છીએ.
हाँ.
એટલે
હા,
અમે છે ને બધી લેટેસ્ટ ટેકનોલોજી, મોબાઈલ કઈ રીતે વાપરવાનું, કોમ્પ્યુટર કઈ રીતે વાપરવાનું, લેપટોપ કઈ રીતે વાપરવાનું, એમાં આ પ્રજ્ઞેશભાઈનો છે ને કી રોલ હોય છે. અને બધા જ ડોક્ટરોને કઈ રીતે
not spotlighted you, Rushil, no.
એમાં કઈ રીતે બધાને એક્ટિવ રાખવાની, કઈ રીતે બધાને લેટેસ્ટ ટેકનોલોજી અપનાવવી, એના માટે અમદાવાદ યુનિટ અભયભાઈ, પ્રજ્ઞેશભાઈ, મેહુલ શેરત, દરબાર બધા જ છે ને બહુ મહેનત કરે છે.
Rushil, keep common view as of now.
હા હા ઓકે
હા હા હા. ચાલુ કરવાનું મને કે
કરવું છે.
હા તું મને કે આઈ થિંક વી આર રેડી ટુ ગો ના.
Yes.
Yes.
ઓકે હા रुशिल તું મને કહેજે એટલે વિલ સ્ટાર્ટ.
So please start after 10 seconds.
ઓકે. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of organizing committee of AFPA GUJCON, after a very informative and excellent attended session today afternoon, we are here today for the formal inauguration and the motivational talk by Dr. Ved Prasad Mishra sir. So I invite, along with the doctor delegates, I invite all the family members and spouse of the doctors who have joined us today. So we are live on both the platforms, on the YouTube as well as the virtual conference platform. We are live on both the platforms now. So I welcome all the family members and the doctors across India from various specialities. We invited them all. So it is our proud and privilege to have you all with us. And this conference has already been told, been blessed by 2 national organizations. One is our parent body, that is Federation of Family Physicians Association of India, that is FFPI, and aptly supported by AFPI, that is Academy of Family Physicians of India. So we have received a couple of blessings from our leaders, so would like to share the video first. Can we have the video of Dr. Devendra Patel first? Dr. Devendra Patel is the President of Gujarat State Branch of IMA, our strong leader. He has shared some of his wishes with us. Can we have the video, please? Welcome, Dr. Devendra sir.
Dear friends, Namaskar. It gives me immense pleasure that Ahmedabad Family Physician Association is organizing GUJCON 2021. Ahmedabad Family Physician Association is the most vibrant and most active branch. In the era of Corona, this virtual conference is held. That is the best part of this association activity. I wish this conference a grand success. Thank you very much.
Dr. Devendra Bhai, for the very kind words and the most precise and the shortest speech any president has given. Thank you, Dr. Devendra Bhai. Can we have the video of Dr. Kirit Kumar Gadvi, the president of Ahmedabad Medical Association, IIM Ahmedabad?
APA ગુજકોન 2021 ગુજરાત ફેમિલી ફિઝિશિયન અને એપીએના સંયુક્ત ક્રમે થઈ રહેલી વર્ચ્યુઅલ કોન્ફરન્સના માનનીય પ્રમુખ શ્રી જયેશ લેલે સાહેબ, ગેસ્ટ સ્પીકર ડૉક્ટર વેદપ્રકાશ મિશ્રા સાહેબ, ગુજરાત સ્ટેટ બ્રાન્ચના પ્રમુખ ડૉક્ટર અભય દીક્ષિત, એએપીએના પ્રમુખ ડૉક્ટર સાણંદિયા, એપીએ અને ગુજરાત ફેમિલી ફિઝિશિયનના સેક્રેટરી ડૉક્ટર પ્રજ્ઞેશ વંશરાજાની, ટ્રેઝરર ડૉક્ટર મેહુલ સેલત તેમજ એપીએ ગુજકોન વર્ચ્યુઅલ કોન્ફરન્સ મીટના દરેક મેમ્બરો. કોરોના કાળ પછી આ એક સુંદર કોન્ફરન્સનું આયોજન થઈ રહેલ છે તે બદલ હું આયોજકોને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન આપું છું. અને આ આયોજનની સુંદરતા એ છે કે તેમાં એક પહેલા નંબરનું એ કે ગુજરાત સ્ટેટ ફેમિલી ફિઝિશિયન અને એએપીએ બંને પોતે સંયુક્ત ક્રમે આ કોન્ફરન્સ યોજેલ છે, જેમાં એએપીએ એ હોસ્ટ તરીકે છે. અને બીજી સુંદરતા એ છે કે તેમાં જે સબ્જેક્ટ આવરી લેવામાં આવ્યા છે તે એક ફેમિલી ફિઝિશિયનને દરરોજની પ્રેક્ટિસમાં જે રીતે એક પોતાના જ્ઞાનનો વધારો કરી અને દર્દીઓને સારી સેવા આપી શકે એવા સબ્જેક્ટ છે. એટલે કે હાલની જે પરિસ્થિતિ છે એની અંદર જે પણ આપણે જ્ઞાન જોઈતું હોય કે ભાઈ જ્યુડિશિયલી કેવું થશે અથવા તો આપણે ઇમરજન્સીમાં આપણે પ્રેક્ટિસ કેવી રીતે કરી શકીશું એ એક સુંદર એમણે બધા જ સબ્જેક્ટનું આયોજન કરેલ છે. તો તે બદલ હું આયોજકોને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન આપું છું. અને આ આયોજનમાં અને એની અંદર મને આમંત્રણ આપ્યું તે બદલ હું આયોજકનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર માનું છું. થેન્ક યુ.
Thank you, Gadvi Sahib, for that kind words. Can we have the video from Dr. Raman Kumar, the president of AAPI?
Namaste, my name is Dr. Raman Kumar and I am the president of the Academy of Family Physicians of India. I am also president of WONCA South Asia region. WONCA, as we all know, is the representative of family doctors across world, representing some 120 member organizations from 130 countries. Family physicians have been on the forefront of COVID pandemic fight, and we have been providing our services through this pandemic period to the patients and the communities. And now it is indeed a great pleasure to see that family physicians are bouncing back to their routine academic activities. And I congratulate Ahmedabad Family Physicians Associations and the family physicians of Gujarat for organizing this wonderful, a very practical oriented conference. I send my best wishes to all of you. It is also time to remind us about the future of family physicians, the new generation of family physicians in India, and that can happen only through its integration with the mainstream medical education system. As many of us would be aware that now family medicine is an integral part of our National Health Policy 2017, and even the new National Medical Commission, NMC, which has come into force, in its one of the mandates is to promote family medicine at UG as well as PG level. And as family physician family, we must come forward to support the change and reforms in the medical education system so that this vocation is valued and taken up by the new generation of family physicians. So I thank all for giving this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you very much, all organizing committee members and family physicians of Gujarat and Ahmedabad. Thanks a lot.
That was Dr. Raman Kumar, President of AFPI. And then can we have the last video of Dr. Vibhakar Advaryu, sir? Sir is the Secretary of Federation of Family Physicians of India, FFPI. Dr. Vibhakar Advaryu, please.
Dr. Abhay Dikshit, President, Gujarat State Family Physicians Forum, as well as Federation of Family Physicians Association of India. Dr. Dhiren Sanandia, President, Ahmedabad Family Physicians Association. Dr. Pragnesh Vachrajani, Honorary Secretary, GSFPF and AFPA. And Dr. Mehul Shelat, Treasurer, AFPA. It's a proud moment for all of us that you are organizing AFPA GujCon 2021. But for the lockdown, I would have loved to enjoy this conference physically, which I have done in past. However, on behalf of various doctors and medical associations in Mumbai, I congratulate you and wish this conference a great success. Thank you.
So that were the blessings from the leaders, doctor leaders. We welcome Dr. Devendra Patel. We also welcome Dr. Kirit Kumar Gadvi, the President of Gujarat State Branch IMA, who has just recently joined us. Now I will invite Dr. Dhirendra Sanandia to go forward and introduce us to today's special guest, Dr. Jayesh Lele, sir. Dr. Dhiren, please.
Thank you, Dr. Pragnesh. We feel honored to have with us invited guest Dr. Jayesh Lele from Mumbai. He is currently Honorary Secretary General of IMA Headquarters, Delhi. He was Honorary Secretary IMA Hospital Board of India during year 2016 to 2020. He was President of IMA Maharashtra State during the year 2015 and 16. He received IMA Professor Sudhir Sharma Audition Award for the year 2017 and 18 in recognition of the service rendered to IMA Headquarters. He also received IMA National Individual Community Service Award in 2015. He gave many talks on CA, NABH, other hospital issues. Now I invite Dr. Jayesh Lele to say a few words. Dr. Jayesh Lele, sir.
Yes. Dr. Dhiren?
Yes.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you, Dhiren, for your kind words. Dr. Abhay Dikshit, Dr. Chandrosh, Gujarat President, Dr. Devendra Patel, and many other family physicians of this great conference. Our learned teacher of teachers, Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra, sir, also is there online. And it's a really great moment for me to be the guest speaker and inviting for this family physicians conference. I've gone through the entire brochure and it's a really family physicians friendly conference, I would say, where they will get all practical hints of day-to-day practice. Last 1 year was really bad for the doctor community as well as for the family physicians. In the beginning, really in the month of March, all were in a dark, and especially the family physicians got scared because I find most of the family physicians being a senior, lesser and lesser younger generation is going into the family practice. But I'm sure there will be some issues, and now we at the IMA also is trying to sort out a lot of issues for the general practitioners. Of course, the family federations of association, GPAs, and other associations are working very hard to see that the family practice, general practice is going to go great guns. We are trying to work out whether we can have some speciality for the family physicians, wherein they will get right from the vaccination, from the pediatrics to geriatrics population coming to them. Because in the olden days, family practice was great because we used to know every family right from the birth to the geriatric issue, and they will always used to come with the family. So I am myself is practicing for almost 42 years in Mumbai, Malad, and I knew the third generation now coming to me for family practice. So this family practice, people say that it is going to become less or dying or anything, but I am sure it is not going to be there. It is reviving, and we seniors, we have a great work to see to it that juniors come into family practice. We have to encourage them, we have to guide them, and we have to establish a family clinic everywhere. Now, with the family clinic coming up, some of the areas, issues are changing, the treatments are changing, and keeping up to date, keeping abreast with the new knowledge is the most important for these conferences. Last 1 year, most of the conferences were held in a webinar kind of a thing. To begin with, there were hardly any physical conference, and people were not used to webinar conferences. But now I find every day in and out, doctors are used to that. Webinar conferences are increasing. And I'll just tell you that in the NatCon conference, it was held in the 20th December. In the beginning, we found that their doctors will not be visiting. But our registration went up to 9,000 doctors on those particular day. And then I saw to it that the entire conference of 4 halls is still kept alive onto the platform. So now I see the footfall of 21,000 in last 15 days. So I would request the organizers that all these things should record it, keep it onto the platform, and the link should be available to all the family physicians across India. This is the good opportunity for family physicians to visit later on, because multiple halls are there and sometimes they find it difficult in a busy practice. So at the leisure time, they can go there, visit these conferences one by one, take hints, and if subsequently they are of helpful, it will be very nice for general practitioner to take a clue of this and go further. I wish the entire conference a great success, and it will be a learning experience, educational experience, all the family physicians. And whatever, if you need any help in future from the IMA as a national body or the family physicians, I am always there for the entire community. Some of our friends are always there. Dr. Chandresh is there. Dr. Vinod Shah I knew from Surat. He is also family physician. I think he is an active worker in the IMA. And from IMA side, I definitely would give my entire support. And I will see to it that if any issues are there, we can help you out. We can work together and take these family physicians into future episodes. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you very much, one and all.
Thank you, Lele sir, for this kind, encouraging words, and we'll definitely be looking forward for a close association with IMA, obviously central leadership. And as you rightly said, Dr. Vinod Shah, Dr. Jardos sir, there are a lot of active family physicians at the national IMA level, and we will definitely be love to join hands with IMA in various activities itself. So thank you very much, sir, for your encouraging words. And obviously, yes, sir, we take your words and we will be making all the contents available on our YouTube channel later on with the individual videos. So obviously, knowledge has to be disseminated; it can't be restricted. So we'll be surely doing that in a very short span of time. Thank you very much, sir, for your sparing your valuable time. Now we'll move on to the today's talk. Dr. Ashwin Shah, our past president of Gujarat and past president of Ahmedabad Family Physician, has joined us. So welcome, Dr. Ashwin Shah. Now I will request Dr. Chandresh Jardos sir. Dr. Chandresh Jardos sir, as such, is quite very well known to us, and sir was quite in limelight because of the current pandemic, the hard work that he and his team has done in the current pandemic in Gujarat. So every other day he used to be in the news headlines for various reasons which were popular among doctors, may not be in the rulers, but popular with the doctors. So Dr. Jardos is a friend, philosopher and guide for us. So I will request Dr. Chandresh Jardos sir to introduce to us give us the introduction of Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra sir, and then we'll have no formalities further, and then we'll straight away start with the sir's talk. Dr. Jardos sir, please. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Respected Dr. Abhay Dixit, Dr. Dhirendra, Dr. Prajnesh Bhai, Dr. Ved Prakash, Dr. Jayesh Lele, Dr. Devendra Bhai, Dr. Kirit Bhai, all dignitaries and my dear friends. Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra, Professor of Excellence, Professor of Eminence, Professor of Emeritus from Nagpur. Today we are very much lucky to have Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra. He is an international figure. I am also fortunate enough to give introduction of Dr. Mishra. For that, I thank AFPA and FFPAI for giving me an opportunity I also thank Dr. Pragnesh Vasyajani for this opportunity. If I have to read the biodata of Dr. Ved Prakash Misra, it will take more than 1 hour. He needs no introduction at all. He is a well-known figure. His command over language is wonderful. His presentation is mind-blowing. He is thorough in all subjects. He is attached to many universities, colleges, and associations at all India level. He has received so many Lifetime Achievements Awards at national level and international level. Mainly, he has received very prestigious Dr. B.C. Roy National Award by the hands of our Honorable President of India in 2017. He is advisor at many places. He is professor and guru of IMA headquarters, New Delhi. He has got bright career since childhood. At the age of 14 years, he was secretary of Students' Council of Saraswati Vidyalaya in Nagpur. At the age of 17, secretary of Government Medical College, Nagpur. At the age of 22, secretary of Internists Association, Nagpur. At the age of 27, dear friends, he was the youngest Senate member of Nagpur University, and he was continued for 5 terms. Youngest ever teacher of Academic Council at the age of 28. Friends, at the age of 34 years, he was the youngest ever dean of Nagpur Medical University. Last year, as I was the president of IMA Gujarat State, I had got many opportunities to hear on different subjects, and I was very much closely associated. So today we are very much lucky to have Dr. Ved Prakash Misra. I present a versatile personality to this august audience, Dr. Ved Prakash Misra. Thank you, friends. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Dr. Misra, sir. All yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chandresh, for the kind, liberal, and benevolent words. I knew whenever a learned brother friend is introducing another brother, the sense of liberalism in words prevail. And that is exactly the depiction of the emotional bondage that we have with each other. Learned office bearers of the prestigious association, my esteemed brother and chief guest for the day, Honorary Secretary General of National IMA Headquarters, New Delhi, Dr. Jayesh Lele. Ladies and gentlemen, I really deem it my pleasure that I am getting an opportunity of interacting with all of you on this notable conference, where the prologue itself has been scintillating in as much as underlying the importance of family physicians in the entire healthcare delivery system of this country, the present situation, and the futuristic propositions which are required to be given shape in order to ensure that the real class of family physician continues to dominate the healthcare scenario in terms of the very ethos which it has been subscribing to all throughout. In terms of my discussion with my learned brother, Dr. Chandresh, the theme which I have been allocated for deliberation today perhaps is befitting in the present context. We are basically wanting to talk of resurgence out of this difficult situation. And the only part to resurgence which human history bears a testimony is that resilience ultimately turns out to be the key to any and every resurgence of any and every type, which the humanity and human civilization has been able to visualize ever since the dawn of the men and mankind. The present scenario, which itself has resulted into so many challenges and concerns confronting the global humanity as a whole, It has virtually taken the entire situation topsy-turvy. The whole world and the humanity is plagued by n number of constraints which perhaps were unknown to us before. But then, every threat ultimately bears and harbors an opportunity. As the English dictum says, this situation cannot be taken to be any different. This has to be fortified in terms of, if 20th century has to be taken note of, leave aside the 1918-19 epidemic, but then the two world wars that the humanity sustained, it did not perish. It did not languish. It did not meant coterminous end. The things moved on. And not only they moved on with a new dimension of resurgence. And that's exactly the testimony of the entire situation of human civilization, that against all odds, against all difficulties, against all challenges and concern, it has been able to find its way, thrive further, march ahead, mount and surmount over the difficulties, and its head-on march continues. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is this sense of optimism born out from the historicity of the mankind that we need to conclude for ourselves with all emphasis at our disposal, that every cloud has a silver lining, and after every rainy, cloudy day, there has to be a sunshine. And hence, even this situation cannot be taken to be absolutely gloomy for the men and mankind. I'm just wanting to put across a small, humble, analytical dispensation out of this entire situation. When we talk of challenge has occurred, what is that challenge, ladies and gentlemen? Challenge basically incorporates a degree of uncertainty. And that uncertainty also results in something dominating very severely, and that is unpredictability. But then, in my prologue, what I was wanting to put across is, has there been any setback to man and mankind out of which there has not been a comeback? None. And therefore, no setback is such that there cannot be a comeback. But the basic theory which I am wanting to propound before this learned gathering is, in between setback to comeback, there is one important factor. And what is that one important factor which decides, which determines, and which goes to indicate as to whether the comeback would be really of proper magnitude or not? And that is individual and collective resilience that we depict during the hour, during the time, and during the period of crisis. Settled situations always have been conducive to human life. Basically because whenever the situation is settled, there are two important parameters which we are able to avail for ourselves. One is the component of safety in a settled situation is absolutely the dominating feature which is perceived by all. And the second important feature which always goes with the settled situation is not only the essence of safety, but there is everything which can be governed by a thumb rule of predictability. So safety and predictability, these are the two cardinal parameters which are absolutely conducive to any and every human habitation in any settled situation. But settled situation, when it is disturbed by a dominant factor of uncertainty, then at all levels, there are three important fallouts which get generated out of it. And those fallouts are: a uncertainty is the cause of anger, which is there generated in every individual. This anger is plagued by another dominant factor, and that is anger gets blended with anxiety, the second important factor. And it is this anger and anxiety which is there basically because of perceptible loss of safety and dominant factor of unpredictability because of the unsettling nature of the situation that prevails. The resultant cause is when anger and anxiety get mixed with each other, the gloom or sadness is the outcome of it. And that is exactly what we say, that the present scenario really has put a very substantial gloomy cover onto the entire habitation of the human world. But then, what is the way? There are only three ways, ladies and gentlemen, which have been put across, and the human historicity bears a testimony to it. The ways that are contemplated in the entire scenario of coming out of this uncertain situation, unpredictable in character, absolutely causing a severe prejudice to the safety is, number one, you have to make attempts for negation of the situation. Meager negation does not suffice. One has to negotiate with the situation. Negation and negotiation has to be blended with the third important dimension, and that is navigation through the situation. Difficulties ultimately are expected to be a part of human life. Uncertainties are expected to be a part of human life. Whenever we are talking of bouquets, brickbats are invariable associated features of it. Whenever you are talking of a flower, a beautiful flower is expected to be having thorns embedded in it. And therefore, when I'm putting this across, I'm tempted to quote a very small little English in Hindi poetry, which occurred to my mind to depict this situation in its entirety. The poet very candidly says, very beautifully he brings out, जो अडिग रहता है अड़ा तूफान में बरसात में, वही तारा टूट जाता है शरद की रात में, मुक्त जीवन की प्रकृति भी द्वंद्व में संघात में, फूल कांटों में खिला था सेज पर मुरझा गया. It is this differentiation which should be in a position to bring out the subtlety which is the hallmark of resilience. The concept of negation, the concept of negotiation, and the concept of navigation. This is the trinity which goes to indicate as to what is the level of resilience that is required to be incorporated to tide over the dimension of gloom over the essence of safety and the unpredictability generated because of the uncertainty which is created out of the situation. As a physiologist, I look at the situation and I'm in a position to find my recourse to what we classically describe as general adaptation syndrome. General adaptation syndrome contemplates only triple responses, and all those triple responses are known to us. Any adverse situation, the response which is going to be decided by the biochemical hormonal axis, including the neuronal mechanism there too. There are only three ways in which the reaction in terms of the general adaptation is to occur. And they are governed by three F's. Number one, either it will be a sense of fright. Number two, or it could be a sense of flight. And number three, or it could be a sense of fight. What is the parameter which is going to decide whether it will be a sense of fright, whether it will be a sense of fight, or whether it will be a sense of flight? It is the degree of the resilience that we are in a position to incorporate for ourselves. And that is going to be the deciding factor as to what would be the nature of the comeback, which we'll be contemplating in terms of the setback which is put across. It is true. Difficulties are tough. They look unsurmountable. But then the fact of the story is they have to be grappled with. They have to be taken headlong. Every attempt is required to be meant for tiding them over. They cannot be accepted blindly and mutely. Otherwise, they will be overpowering the entire essence. And it is in that context, ladies and gentlemen, another small little couplet which comes to my mind is that difficulties do not just break you. Difficulties also test you. Difficulties also test your and my patience. Difficulties also test your and my pursuance. Difficulties also test your and my perseverance. And they bring out that best which otherwise perhaps is not known to us within our own self. And therefore it is classically said कि मुश्किलें दिल के इरादे आजमाती हैं, स्वप्न के पर्दे निगाहों से हटाती हैं, मुश्किलों से मत घबराना ए मेरे दोस्त, मुश्किलें इंसान को चलना सिखाती हैं. It is that dimension which is ultimately going to be not only a physiological determinant of resilience, a psychological determinant of resilience also gets incorporated and blended in it. It is on this context, the important dimension that we are all aware of has to be taken note of. It is imperative that uncertainty has to make us go in for adopting with the situation. For that adoption, there will be certain adaptations which will have to be acquired. And along with those adaptations, it will be an acclimatization which has to be worked out. And this is exactly what is called as equipoising with the level of difficulty for the purposes of finding a way and bending a way for the purposes of pursuance and sustenance. Crisis, ultimately, it has to be reacted and retaliated. But what is the normal way forward for it? There are definitely ways which have been put across, and we are all experiencing it. One of the classical depictions which has been put across by Dr. Jayesh Lele in his prologue has been very effective. You and me all used to hitherto entire interactive discussions, entire interactive dispensations, entire conferencing, entire deliberation, entire conclusions, all of them through on-site mechanism, face-to-face mechanism. Seminars we were used to. Today, perhaps, we are all used to webinars. Each and every dimension of the activity, even you and me, are depicting our proximity and closeness realistically, but on a virtual mode. And this is the acclimatization that we have been able to generate. And this is exactly what is the first way forward when we talk of the outcome of the resilience. And that is, first thing is acceptance is to be put across to the prevailing situation. Yes, it's a matter of reality. It's not just a perception. It is a reality, and therefore acceptance of that reality alone is the first edifice for tiding over the negative emotions which that reality is generating. Acceptance strengthens the emotional response for the purposes of tiding over the adverse conclusions which one draws out of the realistic situation which prevails. It is not only that the acceptance is going to be a way forward. This acceptance immediately prompts us to create a new way in terms of a routinity. There has to be a new routine. And the classical example which I am giving across is webinars perhaps we never thought of. Today, webinars have become the rule of the day. And this is a modified routine, which perhaps was difficult to consume, hard to digest, perhaps tough to swallow. But today it has been adopted and accepted as a way of life. And practically anything and everything that we contemplate, we are in a position to dispense on the virtual mode. And that is exactly amounting to creation of a new routine. This creation of a new routine ultimately leads to two important consequences, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a blind blank occupancy. Ultimately, it results in one going for reinventing the existing situation with a new kaleidoscope, with a new microscope, and with a new telescope. These are meager instrumentations, not in the cardinal sense, but in the sense microscopic analysis is decipherance of the situation in terms of the close analysis. Telescopic is visualization of the tiding over mechanisms. Kaleidoscopic is various facets which have been generating the present situation. Integration of these three has been collectively designated in the clinico-psychological sense as reinvention mechanisms that are being put into place. This reinvention is possible by virtue of three important dimensions, ladies and gentlemen. One, reflective analysis, taking recourse to the various past events, similar in character, the human responses, resiliences, come back thereafter, not only as anecdotal, but as a part of historicity. And that is exactly what is called as reflective narration. These reflective narrations have to be taken in terms of those reflections along with reformative dimensions at the contemporary times, which are expected to be acting as a key resource and a harbinger for that particular purpose. This is the basic narration, which ultimately results in two important facets, which is called as regrouping individually and collectively. And finally, out of that regrouping, ultimately it results in regathering, which is the another dimension which gets generated. Regrouping and regenerating ultimately results in an outcome which is called as, and all of us know it in terms of words, but perhaps we are not in a position to go in for the analogy of it. and they are. Regrouping is the cause of optimism. And that regrouping, which results in regathering, is the cause of positivity. So it is the optimism and positivity which ultimately results in being a real testimony of resilience that is there in an individual. Resilience which is there gets converted into a resilience of the group. That which gets converted into the resilience of the family, and getting converted into the resilience of the community, and finally getting converted into the resilience as a precious human resource, generating the confidence, courage, and conviction for realistically tiding over the crisis in terms of the emotional, psychological, and the economic imbalances that get generated there too. What I'm wanting to hint to, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm just making a narration of all that we have been able to feel during these all entire COVID times. It's not that I'm talking any imaginative fiction out of it. All of us have gone through these phases, but I thought that ultimately when we are talking of resurgence, under the vaccination cover where the ray of resurgence is nearly total in character, let us analyze all our human endeavors, human nature, human sight, human initiation, and human dispensation. When I looked at it, I thought they can be classified, they can be grouped into an entire frame. And therefore, I thought it imperative that that frame I could be in a position to be putting across in a real essence in the form of that it is the resilience which is a sine qua non for resurgence. There are bound to be, inevitably, this cannot be taken to be the last setback. Setbacks are in store because they have been the part of natural occurrences. But there cannot be a setback which will not yield a comeback. And that is exactly the transition of comeback from a setback. And the real essence of that is resilience. And therefore, that resilience which is the cause of resurgence of any and every type. It is this sense of optimism and positivity. I thought it imperative, trying to articulate the entire happening into an analytical frame that I would like to put across to this learned gathering today evening in this particular format. And therefore that optimism, which ultimately is prevalent in terms of the literary depiction, which has been put across by Sahir Ludhianvi in his very significant tenet, when he said, when he was asked to rate what is the best nazm that he ever wrote in his entire lifetime, within 30 seconds, he only said, my height of that optimism, which gave me a sense of positivity, maybe imaginative in character, but that is the best nazm which I could have ever penned. And ladies and gentlemen, that was "Wo Subah Kabhi To Aayegi." In that, what exactly was the depiction? The depiction was, I'm just putting 4 lines, which I think are capable of putting across all that I have tried to put across. In काली सदियों के सर से, जब रात का आंचल ढलकेगा, जब दुख के सागर पिघलेंगे, जब सुख का सागर छलकेगा, जब अंबर झूम के नाचेगा और धरती नगमे गाएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. वो सुबह अनायास नहीं आती.
वाह वाह सर,
नहीं जाती.
बढ़िया.
Great. Name of resilience getting translated into resurgence of any and every type. Human historicity has been a scripted signature of resurgence. And that resurgence is out of only one important factor, and that is resilience. And therefore, in nutshell, if you ask me what is that which I'm wanting to put in one sentence, my only contention is, जब resilience दस्तक देती है, तो resurgence दस्तखत बन जाता है. This is a transition from dastak to dastakhat. Great, sir. Transition which I thought I would submit to the learned gathering. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for getting me this opportunity of putting these 3 thoughts before you in whatever little humble way I could structure. It's just a narration of experiences of all of us put together into a form of some scientific tenor which has been put across in psycho-analytical depiction. Thank you very much for patient listening. Thank you very much for the opportunity given.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I will request Dixit Sahib. Sir, that was, I must say, it's a fantastic talk because we just had an opportunity to listen to you for the second time. We heard you at the time of your talk in the Women Doctors WTW program organized by Dr. Mona Desai from Ahmedabad. So I must say that we doctors, all our doctors are working very hard and we all have worked hard in the current pandemic times. But strong degree of motivation at all levels by all means is required, as you said, to pass through these difficult times and to maintain the morals high. Thank you very much, sir, for motivating us and sparing your valuable time with us. I will now request Dr. Abhay Dixit sir to propose a formal vote of thanks and conclude the session. Dr. Abhay Dixit sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Pragnesh. Respected special guest, Dr. Jayesh Lele sir, who is the Honorary Secretary General of the IMA headquarters, all the guest of honors and all office bearers, my colleagues, and all the delegate friends. On behalf of APA GUJCON 2021 Organizing Committee, I, Dr. Abhay Dixit, proposes the vote of thanks for giving a very good lecture and especially the word of Dr. Jayesh Lele sir about the family practitioners and family practice. They have really encouraged us. And sure, sir, it looks that the future is for family physicians. Thank you very much, sir. I have no word to express my feelings and my feelings of gratitude about Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra ji, sir. Sir, your talk was really a motivational talk. And in your mesmerizing words, you have enlightened us like anything. And I'm sure all the viewers are also enlightened and motivated a lot. And I hope that in practice, they will motivate their patients also, whenever they need. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your very nice and lucid talk. I'm also very much grateful to all the invited guest speakers for their best wishes to wish a grand success to this conference. A big thank you to all the delegates who have supported us like anything for this virtual conference. They have, with their family, now enjoying the inauguration function and the guest speech by Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra ji. So thank you all the viewers also. Thanks again. And before I say good night to all of you, let me remind you all the delegates that we will meet tomorrow exactly sharp at 9 a.m. for the remaining part of the great academic feast of this APA GUJCON 2021. Good night. Use mask, keep social distance, and wash your hand frequently. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Abhay bhai, and a special thanks to the President of Gujarat State Branch IMA, Dr. Devendra Patel sir, President of Ahmedabad Medical Association, Dr. Kirit Kumar Gadvi, and Dr. Chandresh Zardos for attending this program. And the only thing that we missed in this inauguration function and the program on the day of dinner program on the day of conference is delicious dinner. That's what the time is about. And because that's the time we normally serve the delicacies of Gujarat and the fantastic dinner that we had, and obviously a great gathering. So we are missing all this, but I think hoping to with the vaccination, more and more vaccination, hopefully to see the good times in coming, maybe around 6 months or something. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.